There are moments in life when everything is quiet on the outside, but inside you, a storm is forming. This story begins in such a moment. In a small town where dust rose with every passing footstep and hope was measured in daily survival, lived a young man named Kola. Kola was not poor because he lacked effort. He was poor because life had taught him early how to struggle, but had not yet taught him how to win. Every morning before the sun fully rose, Kola would sit on a flat stone behind his mother's house. From there, he could see the long road that led out of town. That road fascinated him. To others, it was just a way out. To Kola, it was a promise. He believed deeply, stubbornly that his life was meant for more. But believing something does not always mean understanding how it will happen. Kola had tried many things. He apprenticed under a mechanic who closed his workshop. He sold fruits at the roadside until sickness wiped out his small savings. He once traveled to the city with big dreams and returned 3 months later with empty pockets and wounded pride. People started calling him names. Dreamer, unstable, one who cannot settle. Even his relatives shook their heads when his name was mentioned. Yet every night, when the town slept, Kola felt something stir inside him. Not ambition, something deeper. A sense that he was carrying an assignment he had not yet opened. One night, after another day of rejection, Kola knelt beside his bed. He didn't have polished words. He just spoke honestly. "God," he said, "if my life means something, please don't let me miss it." That night, he dreamed. In the dream, he was standing in a vast field. The ground was dry and cracked. Suddenly, rain began to fall, but only where he stood. Everywhere else remained dry. A voice spoke, calm and firm. "What I have placed in you will sustain many, but you must stay where I planted you." Kola woke up sweating. He didn't understand the dream, but he couldn't forget it. Days later, an opportunity came, one that looked like an escape. A friend invited him to move to another country illegally. The plan was risky, but the promise of quick money was tempting. Everyone encouraged him. "This is your chance," they said. "Don't overthink it." That night, Kola sat on his stone again, staring at the road. For the first time, the road didn't look inviting, it looked uncertain. The dream returned to his mind. "Stay where I planted you." He said no. People laughed at him. Some were angry. "You rejected your destiny," they said. But Kola felt a strange peace. Weeks later, something unexpected happened. A community leader announced a program to train young people in agriculture and innovation. Not farming as usual, but modern systems, processing, and export. Kola almost didn't apply. He felt unqualified, but something nudged him. He applied. Out of hundreds, he was selected. For the first time, someone saw potential in him before seeing results. The training was hard. Kola failed tests. He struggled with theory. But when it came to ideas, solutions, he shined. He suggested ways to store crops longer, to reduce waste, to package products locally instead of selling cheaply. An instructor noticed him. "Where did you learn to think like this?" the man asked. Kola smiled. "I learned it from lack." Opportunity followed preparation. Within 2 years, Kola helped start a small processing center. It employed youths who once mocked him. Farmers who used to suffer losses now had buyers. The town began to change. One evening, Kola stood again on his stone. The road was still there, but it no longer called him. He realized something powerful. Destiny does not always take you away. Sometimes it roots you deeper. Years later, a journalist visited the town and asked Kola a question. "What was the turning point of your life?" Kola thought for a moment and replied, "The day I stopped running from where I was and started growing where I stood." The journalist nodded, but Kola knew the deeper truth. The turning point was the night he asked God not to let him miss his purpose and listened when the answer came. And here is the part of the story that concerns you. Because destiny is not loud. It does not shout. It whispers. It often speaks when life strips you of options. It often hides in places you're trying to escape from. And it always requires patience before reward. If you feel delayed, you are not denied. If you feel hidden, you are being prepared. If it seems like others are moving faster, remember, speed without direction leads nowhere. Your rain may not be falling everywhere. It may be falling only where you stand. So stay, grow, listen, because one day, destiny will answer back. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. God bless you.